Good morning, good morning. Happy Tuesday, everyone. Let me do a little bit of inviting here and then we'll get starting. This is going to be quick and I hope you find it helpful. All right, if you jump on there, give me a hey so I know you're watching. If you are a replay watcher, give me a 2. Throw me up a 2. And if I don't answer your comment while I'm doing this, it's only because I can't see it. So I always try to go back and answer all of them. Hi, Diana. Good morning, you beach bums. I'm so jealous of you and Trish. Who's on here? Hey, Frank. Good morning. All right. So I posted this picture earlier, and it was funny, but it wasn't funny because we see it all the time. So first off, let me start by introducing myself. I'm Chris Lesico. I'm a star beauty guide with Limelight by Alcone. This is my 9th month with the company. And since joining 9 months ago, I am learning a ton about makeup. I am not a professional makeup artist. I don't pretend to be one. I like to share with everyone as I learn because I think there's a lot to know about makeup and how to use it properly. And there's really no wrong way, but there kind of is. So that's what I'm going to share with you today. You may or may not have seen my funny meme this morning that I posted. Who else is on here? Hey, Kimmy and Maria. It was about, it showed a lady that she looked like an Oompa Loompa. Her foundation was really orange and it didn't match at all. Well, 2 things were going on in that picture. First off, she had the wrong color foundation, and the second thing she had going was oxidation. And oxidation is very, very common. Hey, Deb. One great thing about the Limelight products, hey, Lauren, is that our foundation doesn't oxidize. So when you put it on, it's going to stay that same color all day. So the key is to find the perfect match for you. And you will never have to worry about looking like that Oompa Loompa or having that line or any of those kind of situations that arise when you have the wrong kind of foundation. I did share one of my Limelight sisters, Lindsay Colomb. She has done an excellent video on oxidation. So if you want to see that and haven't seen it, let me know and I can message it to you. But it explains like how sometimes you go to Sephora or Ulta or even Walgreens and you're like, I've got the perfect match. You put it on, you get home, a couple hours later, you look in the mirror and you're an orange hot mess, I like to call it. And that's from oxidation. And then the second thing that's very, very common, you'll see women and they will have an obvious line as to where their foundation starts and their foundation ends. You never want to see that. That's not good. It should blend naturally. And I don't know if you can tell on camera, but my skin, my face is substantially lighter than the rest of my body. I try to keep as much of the sun off of my face because you know, it is what it is. It's already damaged from years of tanning bed and that type of thing. But since I live in the desert, I'm very, very careful of having a hat on. I went hiking this morning. I had my hat on, had my sunscreen on. I have sunscreen on the rest of my body too, but no matter what, hey, Hannah, you're going to get some color. So there's an obvious difference between my skin on my face and the color on the rest of my limbs and body and, you know, chest in that area. So what I want to show you is the proper way to bring that all together because we've always been taught, well, first off, you see this a lot. Hey, Deb. Hey, Shannon. Yeah, no Oompa Loompas. I hate the Oompa Loompa look. We've always been taught, or we always see this, a lot of people put their foundation on the back of their hand to try to color match. Stop. That is totally, totally incorrect. Okay, that is not the way to color match. Then the second way we've really been taught is to bring it along your jawline. That works great if you have even skin tone throughout your body, which I do not. So I have seen from professional makeup artists that are in my upline how to properly color match. And you guys are going to be surprised when I tell you where that is. It's actually right on your collarbone, okay? And so because I was out in the sun again this weekend, I just came off a 10 days trip or 9-day trip, whatever it was, and was full of sunshine. My skin is getting darker and darker. And I do tan easily, even with sunscreen. Hey, Steph. And so what you want to do is you want to blend the face down into this area. So that's why your true color match is actually going to be on your collarbone. And I have been, hey Brenda, good morning. I have been using Olive 3, hey Sherry, which is dark. But then I was looking in the mirror the other day, and when I got out into the car and I looked into my mirror in the sunlight, I was like, you know what? This is not my perfect match anymore. It wasn't dark enough to blend in with the rest of my skin. So I'm going to show you a trick, and how I'm going to make this all look even is I'm going to take it up a shade darker. So now I'm actually an Olive 4, which looks pretty dark, and it is, which is right there. But I have a lot of, I'm tan, and I have a lot of kind of redness in my skin right now. So that is why I'm going with an olive color, because it's for the pink undertones. And so if you are, and here's the thing too, you are not going to be the same foundation shade all year long unless you never see sunlight. It's just a fact. Like even the little bit of sun that you get, if say you just, you know, you're out just a tiny bit in the summer, your foundation shade is probably going to fluctuate at least one shade. Mine has already changed 2 shades since, gosh, February, okay? So I do not have Olive 4 in my own collection. This is my sample palette. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use my spatula. You can order these on Amazon, Beauty Guys, if any of you are watching and you don't want to contaminate your, you know, your foundation. So you just scrape a little bit out. And I'm going to put it on here. Hey, Lori, put it on that palette. And then I'm going to show you, I could show you like the wrong color. So let's do something that's entirely too light. So this is like a Shinto 1. I'll put that on my collarbone so you can see that that is not the correct color. Hopefully you guys can see this in the camera. See that? That does not match, okay? And let me just do one other color so you can see. And this was Olive 3, which I had been using, which is pretty darn close to where I need to be, but it's still not 100%. Of course, you would blend that all out. Yes, you will need to bump it up, Steph, for sure. And it's amazing how quickly it happens. See, now that's not too far off, but it's still a little bit light. So I'm going to show you by using this Olive 4 how I can blend this down into my neck and get the whole area to look like it's very cohesive. It flows together. So just take your buffer brush or whatever brush you want to use and start lightly working it in. Make sure you take it up onto your ears, because there will be a differentiation in color between that area. So blend it a little bit into your ears, bring it down into your neckline, and you'll be able to see that eventually this is all going to look very even. Now I have that unevenness on underneath my eyes, and I'll show you guys how to correct that. But this is just going to be about foundation today. I'm not going to do a full face. And really, I tried not to put the foundation underneath my eye if I know I'm going to use concealer, because that's just extra product in there. And I'm getting old and I've got lines in under my eyes. And you don't want to accentuate those if you don't have to. So the less product, the better. And that's the thing, ladies, if you are mature skin, starting to get in your 40s, 50s, and you're noticing those lines, back off that foundation a little bit. Less is more. You don't want it caked on and settling into the lines, because then it just draws attention to all that. Okay, let's put a little bit around the nose, and then I'll put some concealer under the eyes. So you should be able to start seeing that I'm starting to look very even. Okay? 2 weeks ago, if I would have put this foundation on, no go. It would not have matched at all. And if you want it to blend nicely, just bring it down through your neckline, into your chest a little bit, and it will all even out. The other day, we were, as a group, as Beauty Guides, trying to color match a girl, and she had the same thing. Her face was substantially a different color. It had more redness, and then her chest was, it was actually lighter. So she kind of had the reverse. I try to use very little foundation. Yes, a woman of certain age. because like we said, it just draws attention and settles in those lines. Anyway, we were trying to color match that person. She had the reverse. Her face was actually darker than her chest. So we decided to go with, you know, we color matched based on her chest and evened it all out by using the lighter foundation on her face. So that's how you have to do it. You have to look and see what the chest color is, and then to make it flow, bring it down like that. All right, so let me just throw a little bit of concealer on. I've got a couple, I still have a blemish here that I'm trying to get rid of. And so I'm going to use concealer 1 on that. That's the one with the little bit of yellow undertone. And when you put it on your blemishes, you guys, not really, Steph, because it depends on what you're using your concealer for. So like right now I'm covering up blemishes. So any blemishes you would use concealer 1. It depends on your skin tone, but for me and for someone like you, you would use concealer 1 because the redness is what I'm trying to cover up. And because this 1 has a yellow undertone, it will correct that, okay? So, hey Steve! And so then you blend those out. And you don't want it to like show where you put the concealer, but you also want it to cover up that area. And then, excuse me, I like to use concealer 3 for my under eye area. Okay, yeah, so Steph, I think being that you're a Shinto too, you would be able to use either concealer 3 consistently or even concealer 2 for those under eye circles, because I don't think you have them as bad as I do. Not yet, anyway. That might come in your 50s. All things start to happen strange in your 50s. I'm not kidding. All right, and like I've mentioned before, if you guys have not seen one of my videos about concealer, do it in a V pattern underneath your eye, because that's the more natural look that you're looking for versus that one swipe across there. You can use it on your eyelids as well. Great primer for your eyeshadows, and it also corrects. I have a little discoloration on my eyelids, as you can see. I feel like I'm stuttering all over the place. And so what I'll do is I'll blend this all out. You're welcome. And I hope you can see with this lighting. I have my blinds open a little bit, but then too much, it was too much of a reflection. And then let me add a little bit of Zero, which I use our Concealer Zero for highlighting. Concealer is great for highlighting. It adds a little light reflection on your face. And once I get this blended, you guys should see all of this should be flowing pretty nicely into my chest area, because that's what you want to happen. You want it to be natural, no lines where it starts and stops, and all the darkness and redness and anything that you need to color correct is covered up. All right, so that's it. See what we're talking about? You want to blend from the neck up, or match from the neck up. So if this is lighter than your face, then you would go with the lighter foundation. If this is darker, then you're going to go darker. So when I take my foundation off at the end of the night, my face is going to appear substantially lighter. But while it's on, it looks very natural. It looks like my face is actually as tan as the rest of my body. And that's what you want to have. You want it to be cohesive, to flow, and to look nice. Got it, girl. All right, Kimmy. So that's my tip for Tuesday. I try to share things as I learn them. I'm still a work in progress, just like everyone else. So if you ever have any great tips that you want to share with me, do so. And if you feel like sharing this video, help yourself. We need to spread the word, because we don't want to see any of those orange faces anymore. And also, if you want help on a color match, I have a quiz for you, or the beauty guide that you're working with will have a quiz for you. So reach out to them and 01. Yes, you will like that. And thanks, Steph. And so, yeah, reach out to your beauty guide that you're working with, because I'm going to share this to some other groups, and they will hook you up. And also, the other thing that we do to help with the perfect color match is, once you take the quiz, send them a picture of yourself, or if you're reaching out to me, send a picture of yourself to me, and we can tell by what the quiz says and what your photograph says. It has to be in good light, whether or not that quiz is accurate. And the thing with Limelight, if it doesn't match, they'll take it back and they'll switch it out for something, another color right away for you. So that is it. Tip Tuesday, you guys. Have a great day. Be kind. It's sunny and warm here in Phoenix today. I would be in my pool, except for we're draining it. And so now, I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do today. I'm doing a training here in an hour, and then after that, I have most of my day free, except for an appointment this afternoon. So everybody have a great day, and I will talk to y'all soon.